Ladies and gentlemen, so time and date, Arizona time, SPX. Let's start off monthly wise. We still got some, but still very close to that monthly price. So we could be creating a double top on the monthly, and that would be bad or good and bad. Depends how you see it. Weekly wise. Alright, so that price is right here. I'm gonna mark it down with the alarm. Now when I go to the weeklies, I know where it's at. Alright, it's right there. Weekly wise, we're breaking through a bunch of weeklies. Most likely two of them. Let me see real quick. Two of them right here. So it's gonna be a really hard time to pass them. Not that it won't do it, but just also very important. The fact that we're holding, first of all, the fact that we're gonna close a four candle at these prices is telling me that we could be dropping more throughout the nighttime, especially because tomorrow we don't got no data, and all we got pretty much is the FOM minutes that's released at 11. Besides that, it's gonna be on just how based on how the market, for example, today something supposedly Palantir Nvidia went down, and that's what brought the markets down. On top of that, the closer we're getting to Jackson's Hole, the uncertainty, all that scaring traders. And then on top of that, the supposedly why Nvidia went down and Palantir because it was overstocked or oversold, so people took some profits and whatnot, and that's probably the reason why the market supposedly went down. But I think it's just manipulation at the end of the day, because if you watch my videos yesterday, I was mentioning about this area right here, how there was a daily trend line that the S&P was going on, and it just so happens to pass by this four candle Fibonacci. And if things went on happening like I think they would, especially depending on how they were holding in a certain box over here, the market was gonna drop throughout the day. So this plays out like it is, and then 12 to 48 hours, we could be hitting that price, and we're either gonna get saved, whatever day it is, and that's not happens to me. The train out been out for a minute, but we're finally gonna break it, and on it's gonna be Thursday or Friday to either save us, or we're gonna continue down, get bad news, and be somewhere down here. And these are the 8 kind of 50 Fibonacci. All right. So it was mentioned that how that could happen, and it ended up happening. Let me take this crap off. Let me go to the forward candle, and there's that trend line. Now that the market moved, the Fibonacci moved, and now the forward candle Fibonacci is up here. You have, let me take this off real quick, because I know you guys are going to be confused. You got a daily 50 Fibonacci and a 12-hour Fibonacci. If that breaks, if we have bad news for the FOM meeting tomorrow, whatnot, you can see the market try and go for this 12-hour Fibonacci. If we close in between the 12-hour Fibonacci, most likely the high chances of hitting these prices down here, 6,356, are gonna be high as. Even my indicators telling you right here, guys, that the day traders, here's your target, here's your entry, here's your stop loss, and here's your targets. What else? So like I said, tomorrow, so you see now you're seeing the market hold that position, and especially because, like I said, we're trying to break two weeklies. That's why you see these two blue lines representing where the week's closed. So it's trying to break through that whatnot. It as we get to closer to 10 o'clock. If we close at 10, right? Yeah, as we get close to 10 o'clock, you see it closing below and closing here. Then from 10 o'clock to 10 o'clock to 2, we're going to try to break through this. That way we can close a 12-hour candle above this and still be bullish, quote unquote, and we can recover, and we're going to try to go for this. Or if it's 11:45 to 12:30 and we're still just below this gray line right here, and then start going down, especially like towards like 12:45 or 12:30, we're most likely gonna close here at 2 in the morning, and then we're gonna get trapped in this box, try to get out of here. As the market opens, we're gonna try to recover, but pending the market, it's too much. But there's no data tomorrow that where the market is gonna be at. All right, cool, we got data tomorrow at 5:30. So normally 2 hours before the data comes out in the morning, the market starts recovering, especially after a night of dropping. Around 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, it starts then recovering, hoping for the good news or whatnot. Then the news hits the market, then either if it's bad, it goes back down or it shoots up and whatnot. But every time there's data, that happens, especially when there's important data. And especially if the market is looking forward to that. If the market is hearing that the data is going to be bad, then you normally start hearing you're seeing traders or investors, whatever you want to call it, selling way before the data comes out. Right now, that's what it feels like, especially how it dropped. It's been dropping throughout, like after the market closed. We closed here, and we've been dropping like crazy. So again, that's telling me that yeah, the market is scared from what's gonna be said tomorrow from the FOM, and then where it's at. That's your fucking perfect area to either recover and have that hope, because also we on this downtrend right here, and I think I graphed it up. No, I didn't. So if you grab this trend line, you stretch it out. So that's gonna be our goal. Oh shit, my bad. That's gonna be our goal for tomorrow. And this indicator is telling me, hey, this is a stop, this is a strong resistance right here. So as it goes up, it's gonna have a hard time breaking this, and it aligns to this trend line right here. So if we do get good news tomorrow, those are areas that we could be testing tomorrow, whatnot. Doesn't mean we're gonna go back up, because from there, you never know what's gonna get tweeted. You never know, and it's gonna bring you, just get you trapped in here for the whole week until Thursday or Friday, when we start really getting closer to the Jackson Hole and all that bullshit. Then you're really gonna see a lot of movement in the market. And now let me take you to so this could be our target for tomorrow if we get bad news from the FOM, especially if we close somewhere down here tomorrow, the daily, or even if we close here, 12-hour candle is gonna be something. It's already signaling you that the market could be dropping. Anyways, let me take this shit off so you guys won't get confused and what the is that. Let me go now to Bitcoin, because Bitcoin follows the market too. Because look at the S&P 500. Look where it drops. It dropped at 7. You go to Bitcoin, the structure of it too. You go to 7 and drop 2. So crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and S&P are synchronized. If you go to Ethereum, it's gonna look the same. Yeah, see, it dropped at 7 o'clock. All right, and also just like S&P, there's a trend line right there, downtrend. All right, so same shit. Also, for Bitcoin, I was saying we were talking about this boxes right here. Now these were gonna be your indicators of where the market was gonna go today. This was a 12-hour candle, and it had a 3-candle box. The fact that the third candle closed in here was bullish, but the Fibonacci's and how or the 4-hour candle close was very important. So the fact that here at 1 in the morning we're rejecting, that was your that was your big warning right there. The fact that after that, as we get to 6, we start dropping, that would have been your selling point, because it would have completed this 3-candle box. It would have been at the bottom of, anyways, yeah, if you know how to read candles or not, like, it was screaming, hey, we're about to drop right now. Especially what time it was, the market opening. If the market was happy, the market would have been way up here, way before the market opening. Hope at 7 o'clock, it would have been up here. You would have shut up. It would have been up here. The market would have been, you would have been seeing Bitcoin rises up, or the S&P goes up as the market opens, bullshit like that. But you're not seeing that. So back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin and Ethereum is gonna follow the S&P 500. And if you look at both of them, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and S&P, it has the same pattern, that same downtrend, that same little curvy right now. So they're all gonna play out the same. It doesn't make sense for me to break down where it's gonna go, whatnot. Well, let me just go to it real quick. People say I'm not just bullshitting. So we have this island right here. Damn, I'm about to go down, baby. I'm going down, 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 down. Any trend line? Oh yeah, we have a weekly trend line right here. So there's a weekly trend line. Let me show you what I'm talking about down here. So this is Bitcoin, and right here you see this trend happening right here, this weekly trend right here. 1 connection, 2 connection, and if we have that bad news tomorrow, that's where it's gonna hit. Take this crap off. Here's that weekly trend line. So it lines up. It lines up. If S&P has, you're gonna see Bitcoin go down and be testing this trend line. Once Bitcoin gets to this weekly trend line, it's also gonna be like, are we gonna hold it? Bitcoin hit so low, because you're basically hitting your 100 range right here. Breaking this trend line, you're gonna be in the 109, So that's gonna be really scary numbers for the market. Is this it for the market? Is it for Bitcoin? Have we topped? Have da 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 da? Nobody. If you these are buying opportunities. All the big funds, all the big investors, all these big hedge funds, they're buying the shit out of Ethereum, especially Ethereum. They're buying the shit out of that. I guarantee you, if you actually look into these YouTubers that tell you data, not just, oh, the price of Bitcoin went up, down, are we gonna go? No, motherfuckers tell you that how many banks, how many corporations buy Bitcoin Ethereum every single day, especially when we drop like crazy. You start to get to see like, oh, no, it's not going down. They're actually buying right now, and it's actually gonna go up in a couple of months, and they know this shit. Meanwhile, you're still panicking, and you're selling all your crypto, all your Bitcoin, all your Ethereum, all your XRP, all your Cardano, and in a couple months from now, it's gonna recover, and you're gonna wish, oh man, I shouldn't have sold my stocks, or I shouldn't have sold my Bitcoin, or I shouldn't have sold my Ethereum. Same thing with Ethereum. If you can see right here, there's a trend line. Oh, I haven't even put it too. Trend line, stretch it out. That's a 4 candle, so it's red. Let me go higher. It's a 8, it's a 12. Oh, so let's go for a 12. And actually, it's a daily. So now let's go to a 4 candle. Let's go where the, yeah, see this one lines up to, if you go to the 1 hour candle for Ethereum, there's going to be a connection. There's going to be your drop. And especially, look what's right here. This is a daily 50 Fibonacci. What it means is there's a 50 Fibonacci in the daily right here. So it all lines up. All these lines up. S&P lines up. Bitcoin lines up. Ethereum lines up. They're all telling you, hey, we either need to get good news from here with the FOM tomorrow, or a tweet from our president or something, or we're gonna drop these crucial important levels, and it's gonna pretty much be a discount. Whereas YouTubers and all these other people are gonna try to scare you now, how this is for the market, this is for Bitcoin, this is for Ethereum, blah 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 blah. In a couple of weeks or months, it's gonna recover again, just like it always has done for the last 10 years, whatever it's done. Both market. S&P does the same shit too. If you guys follow S&P 500, does the same shit. All this is discount. Discount, discount, discount. You're dumb if you want to buy all these coins and stocks at their all-time high. The smart people buy it when you're bleeding. They grab you by your foot, they pick you upside down, and they shake you off, and you drop all your coins and all your dollars. All right, people, so I'm going to make a video of this. Most likely, hopefully, I'll be up at night at 12 o'clock to see where it's going, but we're most likely going to hold this area right here. At least Ethereum is. I know Ethereum is. I don't think they're gonna break that daily 50 Fibonacci. As in for the S&P, Ethereum and Bitcoin gonna follow S&P what it does right now. So I believe that seeing how it's looking, we're most likely gonna close here at 10, and then from 10 to 2, we're gonna try to break through this and be right here. Otherwise, if by 2 or 3 or 4 o'clock we're somewhere down here, we're most likely gonna start dropping. Yeah, be cautious, you guys. It's gonna be a crazy market, crazy ass market. All right, I'm out. Thank you guys for hi Godzilla. How, what's up? The liquid date drop I see, I might go up, and when I heard Google like your stream, appreciate it, bro. But yeah, sorry for all this mess, you guys. I'll be posted up later.